Good afternoon. Welcome to the Country Computer Consultant. Winds died down, a little bit nicer now. Colder this morning, maybe cold tonight. At least it's pleasant this evening. We talked last time about Vistaprint, good place to get your business cards and other marketing materials. Great online source to design, order, and get that stuff. One of my biggest things I had to really get up to speed on was website design, management, hosting, web placement, and website marketing. Man, back in 2001, I did my own site and played around with it, but I had a lot of clients say, "Hey, I need you to do websites," and so I don't do websites. Well, I had to learn, and about 4 years later, I had about 50. And I still have to do that for clients, design, host, market, and all that. So today let's talk about how on the marketing side, having a website out there is one thing, but you're going to have to get it out there. It has to be up there on the placement, on the search engines. And man, that's a science all to itself. In fact, I'm reading a couple books that have been written about it right now. So I started out just doing it the old-fashioned way, making sure all my keywords were in there, the stuff that people are going to search with, the keywords they type in. Your site has to come up on some search engine somewhere. And the best thing is to make sure you got a good keyword list within the source for your HTML. And those are within the meta tags themselves, and the description line, a good description that's going to pop up, and the keywords inside the meta tags. There's all sorts of free online tools to help you make sure you got the syntax right, make sure you got the length of the keywords right, the number and all. Another thing is within the title of the web page. Make sure it says what the business is, and some good keywords even within the title. I've seen that help a lot. And make sure there's nothing funky with the website as far as it doing any type of spamming. Make sure there's no hint of any type of pop-ups or spyware. Make sure you don't link to any bad sites. Make sure that the nice web tools that like McAfee Site Advisor is green on your site. Make sure it's not gray. It might take a while for them to spider out your site to make sure you're in the green, but make darn sure you're not red. All right. So keep your site clean. And then the big thing that we want to cover is Google. Love them or hate them, they are the top dog as far as search engine and all the other stuff that they have. And though I cringe at their politics and left-wing coast crap, you gotta dance or dance though, because they pretty much rule the world. It was IBM in the 60s and 70s, and it was Microsoft in the 80s and 90s, and from 2K on, it's Google. We'll be hearing about the monopoly the government's going to fight against Google, I'm sure, soon. But since they're the biggest game in town, going to make sure that our clients' websites are visible through Google. And one of the fastest, most effective way that I know is through Google Adwords. It's real simple to sign up. Go to ads.google.com, and you can set up a quick ad campaign for a client. Use their card. Don't use your card. I got into that problem once when I went ahead and put on my card, and that can get out of hand real fast. So use their credit card with their permission, of course. Sit them down with it and do it with them. Make sure the keywords and the description and the ad, you know what those are. You type in computer networking or some pair of keywords, and those sponsored ads on the right-hand side. Sometimes there's one or two sponsored ads on top. Not the general hits that you see that go on page after page, but the sponsored ads on the right. That's where your ad's going to pop up. Now, yes, it is pay-per-click, but you want to get something going fast, though. That's the way to go. You can, like I said, get a ad campaign going in under 15 minutes. I've done that in the past, and all of a sudden your ads are popping up within half hour. Set your daily, just at first, I'd set that daily budget number to like $1 or $2. You know, $1 a day being $30 a month. $2 a day, $60 a month. You know, you can do the math from there. But that lets you govern it, okay? To where, you know, you're going to get several hundred or even several thousand impressions. That means the times that people see your sponsored ad for your website on the right hand. And then, of course, the more they have to show it compared to the number of times people click through, it's called your click-through rate. You know, they show it 100 times and one person clicks through, that's a 1% click-through rate. Same thing, if they show it 10,000 times and they have to show it 100 times, that would be 1%. So you want to make sure that it's focused to the right people. If this is just a local thing, within your ad campaign, you can set up to just to show to people within certain zip codes or regions or states, cities. Okay, you know, if it's a net wide thing, you know, you don't have to worry about that. Just like a net wide, but you want to get quality click-throughs. Now you're going to pay a certain amount per click-through. Again, the more times they have to show it, the more expensive each click-through is going to be. Now there is a science to how to do the exact metrics, and there's a maximum click-through rate that you can set up there. And I've even see that get weird to where, you know, so I had a client just recently put it at $5 click-through and he hardly got any. He put it down to 50 cents a click-through and he started getting them right and left. So you got to tweak it, you got to play with it. The stats are great too. You can see how many click-throughs that you got per day, week, month. So again, start out slow, set it up, you know, about $1 or $2 a day, see how it goes. See which keyword pairs or sets work and don't. You know, again, all the stats are there. After you get some historical data going, you'll know what works, what doesn't. But Google AdWords, getting a website present on the internet is the best way to go, since it's tied to Google, of course. If you're not on Google, whether it's the AdWords or the general hits that you do in a search, you know, the lines that you get when you do a search, if you're not showing up there somehow, some way, you don't really exist. You know, especially if you're trying to sell stuff, sell their products or services, or you just want their electronic brochure, which is a web page, out there where people can see it. So use Google AdWords. I've had real good luck with it. It's manageable. It's a lot better than these companies that you pay $500 to $1,000 and they supposedly market your website and it's out there. If you want to bang for your buck, to get it going yourself, manage it yourself, monitor it yourself, show the clients, you know, that, you know, these hits are coming from there. In fact, you'll see once you get into your account, there's an analytics tab that you can click on after you cut and paste the code into your website. That can really show some good statistics on who's going there, how they got there, where they're from, what they were looking at. There's also some really good YouTube videos on how to use Google AdWords. There was even an interesting one showing if you put in your competition's links on your own page, you get better hit rates. You know, neat stuff like that. So let's wrap up. Google AdWords, great way to get your site up and going. It's worked good for me, and if it'll work good for me, way the heck out here, it'll work good for you. So have a good day, and Country Computers Consultant is out. Bye.